I just want to welcome you all today, and I appreciate you coming out to hear what we have to say this morning. I'm Sue Scholler, and I have agreed to be chairman of a committee for a county council race this year. Many of you, I think, know that I have served in politics before at both the township, county, and state legislative level. It makes me realize how important all levels of government are to us as citizens. And I was just thrilled when Roland called and asked if I would work with him on his campaign. And I want to tell you a little bit why. Roland's one of those people that I can't tell you exactly when and how I met him, but suddenly he was one of those younger people, and those of us that have been in for a while are delighted to see the next generation, so to speak, willing to get involved to help govern our communities and make life better for our citizens. I was very pleased with his work on the West Lafayette School Board and some work on some of the campaign efforts in West Lafayette, and was just crushed when he moved out of West Lafayette. But then the opportunity came when David Byers stepped up to put someone in on the county council, and Roland was willing to do that. And it was just so exciting to see someone that had experience, and he does have very good professional experience. He's an engineer and has worked around in the community, has been involved in businesses that have to grow, and that is very important in today's world. Involved in lots of community activities in addition to those that he was involved in because of his elected offices. So he'll be running, he was put in by the caucus, he'll be running his first campaign for the county council seat in District 2. And if you look at the map, you will realize that District 2 covers a huge portion of Tippecanoe County. The county council, as we move forward, I think, in today's world, is going to become more and more critical that we have people on there that are interested in listening to the citizens, liking all citizens, and willing to talk to them, and then looking at an overall picture of how we really can run government in a time of tight finances, because that's going to be true for a long time, I think. Changes in the way we need to finance local services. We will have the tax caps coming, and they may very well pass. That's not all bad, because for a long time we've said local services were too heavily dependent on property tax. But it's going to take figuring out how we provide vital services to citizens. So I am delighted to introduce to you someone that I think will be very valuable in that discussion and beneficial to all of us. Roland Winger, District 2, Council
Thank you, Sue. Representative Scholler's years of faithful service to our community locally, as well as being down in Indianapolis as a leader, are things for which I am grateful. I am honored that Sue believes in me and my work and has been willing to join and head our campaign. Thank you all for being here today. I appreciate you taking time out of your lunch hours for attending and supporting this announcement. I'd like to thank the council members, John and Andy, that are here, as well as David Byers, who's stepping up, allowed me the opportunity to join the council a little over a year ago. Also, I'm especially grateful to my inside support team, my wife Becky here in the second row, and my daughters Hannah and Leah beside her. Thank you for your constant support. Thank you for your interest in my life, which you have to be, but also my work. And I am so thankful that you are always in support and behind me. Also, in the back of the room, Shane, raise your hand. I'd like to introduce Shane Wiest. If you don't know him, I'm very pleased that Shane, who has already served our community and gives a lot to the overall West Lafayette community in Tippecanoe County, has joined our campaign as our treasurer. He's hardworking, young, and trusted, and those are combinations that are all hard to find today. So today, I'm pleased to announce my candidacy for the District 2 representative to the Tippecanoe County Council. What a time to be in public service. Many folks with whom I speak, when asking how things are going on the council, may say with their mouths, "So how are things going in county government?" But with their eyes, they're saying, "And tell me again why you do this." Many folks would most likely say, if they were to say what they were thinking, what a confusing time to be in public service. Or they may say, what a chaotic time to be in public service. And some of them just come right out and say, what a terrible time to be in public service. Yet I say, what a time to be in public service. Times are challenging. We all know this. The economy's weak, putting a squeeze on household budgets. State, city, county revenue models have been drastically reformed. Citizens' tolerance for new taxes is exhausted. Major government reform is coming, and it's becoming glaringly apparent that the government cannot fix everything, yet it can do so much more to get out of the way. It's said that a politician is a kind of animal that can sit on a fence and yet keep both of his ears to the ground. I don't aspire to be a politician. I aspire to be a statesman. And according to Walter Bagehot, a statesman is in general a man of common opinions and uncommon abilities. He must have been a sexist, else he would have also said a woman can do the same. A little over a year ago, when presenting myself to the party caucus, I invited those gathered to consider a couple of key questions. And those questions, I think, remain pertinent today. Today, those two questions, as we look ahead into the county elections, are this: what do you want Tippecanoe County to be? And who best can help get us there? I'm sure that all of us want our county to be viable, stable, solvent, with its feet on the ground, and a long-term plan for the future. We want others who don't live here or provide jobs here to want to do just that. It isn't pretty, and we may wish it could be different, but we're going to survive and thrive, or we'll weaken and fade. And I am all about the former. I'm grateful to live in a state that, although intensely challenged by the times, has entered this fight with a newfound resolve to not mortgage our future for our immediate desires, and our state has entered this fight strong. Although unnoticed by many, Indiana is a strong state among many who, if they were businesses in the free market, would simply have to fold their tents and call it a day. But just as Indiana is strong amongst its peers, Tippecanoe County is strong amongst Indiana's 92 counties.